Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hi, my IG followers. Hi, Facebook members, and also my YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining us today on our weekly Wednesday Facebook Live tutorial. So if you are joining me on Instagram, say hi so that I know you're watching me. Hi, Christine. And if you're joining me on Facebook, drop in and say hi as well. Hi, Stephanie. So hi, Dorothy. Thank you for joining me on Instagram. So again, hi, Ether. Thank you for joining me on Facebook. Hi, Trevor. All right. So once we have more people coming on Instagram, when I have more people coming in right now, I see a lot of people coming in right now, then we are going to have our special guest. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Mayo Silvers. I am the owner of M2 Hospitality and Event Planning Company. I'm also the event mentor, founder, and coach for events for anyone, where we provide a mentorship program called the Unstoppable Eventrepreneur, where we help event planners like you to start and grow your event planning company into a six-figure profit business. So for those of you who is with me on Facebook, and if Stephanie can do me a big favor to drop the link for StreamYard, if you want me to see your name, just click on that link that Stephanie is going to drop so that I can address you by your name. And if you have questions, I will address you by your name instead of saying that, hi, Facebook user. So if not, it's okay. You can just type your name so that I can address you and then just type your question, okay? So, all right. So for my Instagram followers who's watching us right now, please know that today we have a very special guest. So from Our Planner, which is a client management software that a lot of event planners out there, professional event planners at a certain level, are using. And I have the pleasure of inviting them to come to do a presentation inside our Facebook group so that you know what software can help you, I say, level up your game. Because this software is very comprehensive. And I'm not going to spill the beans. I'm going to let the expert in Our Planner talk a little bit about that. So I'm going to right now invite. There you go. So here I'm going to have right here. Hi, Trevor. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right. So hi, there you go. So now we're going to fix the camera on Instagram. So I'm going to put down my volume. Okay. All right. So now we have Trevor on Instagram with us, and we have Trevor on Facebook with us. So Trevor, okay, there you go. We can see you on Instagram. So we have Trevor on Facebook with us. So we want to, we have the pleasure of inviting Trevor to come and speak to us about what is Our Planner, how does Our Planner work, and how is it going to help us in our business. So Trevor, can you do a brief introduction of yourself?
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me. My name is Trevor. I'm the president at Our Planner. We are a wedding industry marketing, booking, CRM, and planning and project management platform. We provide those three front office business processes all in one place to essentially provide or create an ecosystem for wedding professionals from every segment: planners, caterers, officiants, DJs, and entertainers, venues and caterers, to be able to leverage the marketing tools and publishing tools that we have, as well as all of our lead management and booking tools, including online payment processing and electronic signature, as well as planning and project management tools, from checklists and timelines to layouts and design studios to create style guides for inspiration and color palettes for every part of your event. And to be able to bring all of that into one space where you can not only manage those processes for your business, but also be able to manage your communications in one place, as well as collaboration with your clients, your team, and your vendor planning partners.
Did you get all that, people?
It's a lot. Again, I know.
He said it all in one breath.
Lots of rehearsal time.
Don't worry, because he has a superpower presentation on which we will be able to see inside our Facebook group on a slide presentation. Again, if those of you who's joining me on Instagram, there's quite a few right now. So if you want to see the presentation, you know what? There's a feedback. So I'm going to go down here. All right. So if you want to see the presentation, please join the Facebook group. And Trevor, if you can from your phone, also switch off the volume or lower down the volume so we don't have any feedback. And Stephanie or Christine, if you see any members coming in right now to join the Facebook group, just accept them so that they can see the presentation that Trevor is going to share. Okay, so now you already have questions coming on. Yes, Rena, we are going to answer that question. So, all right, Trevor, I'm going to add on the presentation right here, and you can take it away.
All right. Not sure if I'm going to be able to solve for that feedback. I've done my best, try and mute it down as much as possible. But here we go. So the one thing that I really want to speak to is what has really become a very hot topic all through this pandemic. So happy to see us coming out of it. It seems like January 4th, the light switch turned on and event planning started coming back online, especially for all of the events that were postponed or rescheduled. But the big topic that really came front and center through all of this, because everybody went on this hard pause, was customer experience. It's something that we've always sort of been thinking of, but maybe it hasn't necessarily been, the first and foremost objective or priority in your business management. But when things go to a hard stop and you're not able to actually execute your event on your regular timeline, but your clients are still expecting it to happen, even though they realize it's not going to happen when they originally planned it, you're still responsible for managing that customer experience. And there's a bit of a code switch that is happening right now in the technology space as it relates to B2B, and that is that professionals are starting to realize that technology is not simply intended to streamline B2B processes. That they're ultimately designed to deliver the best possible client experience, no matter what process you are using, no matter what product or service you are delivering. That ultimately technology is designed to enhance that experience from the search and discovery phase that a consumer is having in finding what it is that they're looking for and actually receiving it. We're all familiar with the experience of shopping on Amazon. We all love it. We're all guilty of maybe spending a little too much time and money, shopping there. But what they have done is they have refined to the nth degree that experience for the consumer. They are critically dedicated to that experience. And they have made it so easy for us to find what it is that we're looking for us to be able to understand its value in the eyes, in our own eyes, from a price perspective and a quality perspective, but also the peer review standpoint, and leveraging all of these insights to be able to say, this is exactly what I want, and then get it to us within record time. If you're a Prime member, you can get it within the same day sometimes. And that is, while granted, processes in our world are much, much different. Our timelines are much, much longer, but the expectation, in all honesty, is the same. They want to be able to find you easily. They want the transaction to be seamless and friendly and personal. And then they want to be gratified above and beyond when they actually receive what it is that they're looking for. And in our world, that is the event. That is the experience that they're working with you to deliver. And so why Aisle Planner is a mouthful to describe and define is because we bring that entire journey into one place, that entire customer experience and all of the processes that you manage as a professional into one space, from the moment you meet to the day you deliver on their event and exceed their expectations, and even beyond into the offboarding when you're seeking that all important client review that you get to put right back into your marketing to provide that additional proof of concept. So the two keys that I really want to focus on, we provide that middle ground really, really well. We provide lead management. We provide documentation. You can build out templates for your brochures and proposals and contracts. We provide quotes, invoices. We provide online payment processing. We provide notifications and reminders for scheduled invoice payments. We provide all of that. But what we also provide are the key bookends inside of marketing and your planning and project management from a communications and collaboration standpoint. So that's really where I'm going to spend the meat of this presentation. Starting at the beginning of that journey is the all-important marketing aspect. And we have built into every account a marketplace listing that again, it's part of every Aisle Planner account. Doesn't matter if you're on even our freemium, free basic listing option, all the way up to our unlimited projects plan, where you have the ability to come and build out a beautiful, customized marketplace listing that describes your business, catches their eyes, defines those products and services that it is that you deliver best, your ideal products and services, and then lists them in our newly delivered consumer-facing website, the Aisle Guide, where we have content that is also coming from our pros through their accounts, but they can find inspiration, they can find tips and advice, they can search through tens of thousands of images in our gallery. But what they can also do relative to the listing is they can find you. We have a marketplace here in the Aisle Guide where consumers who are planning for their big events to come and find the vendors that they need to help them deliver and bring their dream event to life. And we are global. We have vendors from across the world. We have vendors who are defined by all of the the most popular categories. And again, this is being considerate of that code switch that I mentioned, that at the end of the day, technology needs to go above and beyond simply providing a linear solution for a professional to make their businesses more efficient, when at the end of the day, their business is dependent on who's writing that check, who holds that credit card that's ultimately going to pay you. So we've connected your marketing to that entire transactional process, which is your booking workflow, into the planning and project management. So I want to start there again, because that's the starting place. That's the moment you meet your client in this beautiful customized marketplace listing. But then within project management, let me take a step back. Having this all in one place creates a fantastic client experience. When we think about it from your new leads perspective or your new client's perspective, they want to feel like they are in a professional looking space, a space that feels intuitive, a space that feels like a lot of time and a lot of effort has been put into creating this experience for them. So to literally have everything coming from this one place with this common aesthetic, which there's a lot of branding customizations that are available through your Aisle Planner account, it builds trust, it builds confidence. Again, coming from this listing, or even coming from the contact forms that you can build out and embed behind calls to action on your website. You can even attach it to your Facebook Messenger. And then to be able to bring them into this environment that is, again, so stylistically designed, so intuitive and seamless in the process, and be able to have that seamless experience all the way up into project management, where within projects, you have the opportunity to work with your clients and your team and your vendor partners all in one space. So what I've clicked into here, this is a project dashboard. This gives you a top level view of what status your project is currently in, based on the date, based on the tools and the statuses of tasks within certain tools. Obviously gives you a budget update, provides some some frontline inspiration based on the design studio style guides that you've created. But the most important part that I want to focus on here, from the standpoint of what sets Aisle Planner apart from the other platforms that are out there, is the planning, collaboration, and communications opportunity that you have in this part, which is this is the meat and potatoes. This is where your client wants to go. Your client wants to talk about their inspiration. They want to talk about the steps leading up to their event, and they want to know at the end of the day, whether they are really, really involved or they're completely hands off and they fully trust you, they still want to know that there's a place that they can go 24/7 to access that information, which simultaneously also creates the opportunity for you to set some boundaries. No one likes getting crazy texts at 11 p.m., on a Tuesday night from a client who wants to know what's happening with a certain aspect of your event. By having this collaboration feature inside of our planning partners tab within this project, you have the opportunity to add in a client or an external vendor partner into this project. You're able to set custom permissions for your client to let them see only what you want them to see, to give them access to engage with the tools only based on what you want them to engage with. And this again, going back to the point of trust and confidence, really builds that up for your customers and ensures that when you arrive on site to that venue with your client, that you have provided essentially a white label branded experience that gets you and your client on the same page, in sync, for that day, for their big event, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a bar mitzvah, whether it's a fundraising gala, even a fashion show or a styled shoot. Having these collaboration features and being able to bring your clients and your vendor partners in really creates this amazing opportunity to work with them, and again, get in sync, get on the same page, which adds to that customer experience that ultimately today's and certainly tomorrow's clients are looking for. It's not so much to be in control. It's not so much to show a level of distrust of their merchants and their service providers, but it is to be part of it, because as we all know, weddings and private events are so personal. They are so intimate. There's so much about your clients that are being brought to life in these events, that collaboration is a huge, huge part of the process. But being able to bring them through the process, not just introduce them to the process, but bring them through the process all the way up to the day of the event. Again, lots of trust, lots of confidence, and lots of fun being able to participate in these various parts of the platform.
Okay, so can you talk a little bit about from, it's a lot for us to consume all at one time. All right.
It is.
I want, the questions that's coming in is, how do you, I know you don't like these questions, but how do you differentiate yourself from Honeybook and Dubsado?
So the primary point of differentiation is that, we provide marketing. We have a marketing engine specifically built for our community of subscribed professionals. Honeybook and Dubsado do not do that. We also have the ability to leverage those marketing tools so that you can create automatic import of your new leads, those leads who have inquired of your services, and be able to literally automatically bring them into your lead manager. Honeybook and Dubsado don't do that. That site that I showed you, the aisle guide, that is ours. Honeybook and Dubsado do not have a marketing engine. And while you can create automated lead imports, they're not coming in to a largely customized experience, a customized contact form that you can brand, and then into a seamless step-by-step journey with all things, every document, every brochure, every proposal, every quote, every invoice, every contract coming from the same place, which they do. But it is not, and it is again not coming necessarily from a wedding perspective. It is not necessarily coming with that creative mindset in the design and delivery of that content. But then it is also not connected to a collaborative environment in the project management suite, where a client can come in and participate in every aspect from your logistics and your operations points and your checklists and your timelines, as well as your layouts, but also in the inspiration component within the design studio. Always got to point to the design studio because it's the, it's the fun visual part, but literally to be able to distill down those thousands of images that your clients come to you with all of their inspirations, some of which could be very useful, some of which might be, way off in the furthest corners of the galaxy and have very little connection to where it is that they ultimately want to land from a visual and design standpoint, to literally be able to work with them in this space through through the creative, through the inspiration, through the visual. Or if, for instance, you are a preferred vendor of a venue, to be able to create a style guide template for that venue, to be able to provide them images right off the bat, the moment you invite them into this project, to be able to show them a visual catalog of all of the wedding sites that this particular venue has on their property. And then to be able to get that conversation about, where do they want to have at this particular venue? Where do they want to have it? Do they want to have it on the lanai? Do they want to have it on the ballroom? But having this component within Aisle Planner, again, brings all of those components into one space in a collaborative environment and an aesthetically pleasing environment. Because let's face it, we're in the business of pretty. And so, we want to make sure that our clients feel that they're in a beautiful and professional looking environment, to be able to come in here and to be able to work with you through every aspect of the event, or at least those aspects that are that you grant permissions to, that you want to have them involved at this level.
I think this design board is a great differentiator because you allow your clients input, and then where you have also an option to show the venue how you plan to use that venue space to deliver the vision to the client. So this is very, very cool. So we have a question that came in. It says, can you elaborate on the marketing aspects? Are you referring to CRM type of thing where the client the list of lead, okay, the list of lead is all collected in our planner? I think what I'm understanding is this. Our guide is one of your newest product. So our guide is like, okay, so for those of, don't kill me, Trevor, I'm going to just use something that they can understand and compare. Like your wedding wire and your, you just gave me the eye. like wedding wire, okay?
My ears are peaked.
You advertise your business on wedding wire. So, and then all these wedding plan, all these wedding engaged couples go on wedding wire and scroll and see who they want to work with, and then they click on your pop-up, and then they say they want to talk to you. Now our guide is on steroids in this aspect. So our guide, it's a platform that your consumers, which is your engaged couples, can actually scroll and look for wedding planners that they want to work with. But in this platform, you can actually customize. It's almost like your mini website, okay? Your mini brochure that you can customize and talk, okay? Convey your value to your potential clients. And then from that point, they can contact you, and that automatically links to our planner. So you lead capture it immediately into our planner as a potential project. Am I right?
Yep. So think of it this way. Here's the best way. Since you brought up the competition, we're going to leverage that context. And I'm going to put it to you this way. This is what Aisle Planner is about. Aisle Planner is about taking the knot, taking wedding wire, taking Dubsado or 17 hats, or even Planning Pod, and it's combining it all into one place. So rather than having this disjointed, disconnected experience, not only for you, where you're managing, multiple logins, you've got your wedding wire and your knot account, and then you've got your booking engine, maybe that's Honeybook, and then you've got 17 hats or Dubsado or Planning Pod, and you're doing things over there, all of which are not designed with the except that, let's face it, the knot and wedding wire is a is a marketing platform. It is a consumer-facing platform. If you want to advertise your business in a place that will deliver the most number of leads, because it has the biggest foothold from a consumer marketing standpoint as a marketplace, you're going to have that. But the experience that your lead or your client that you land from your wedding wire or the not listing ends the moment you extract them out and put them into your CRM for booking and for planning and project management. And going back to what I had mentioned at the beginning of this presentation is customer experience is critical. Customer experience from the day you meet all the way through the day of execution is absolutely paramount to the purchase decision-making journey. How does it feel? How do I feel when I engage with this professional or this merchant? I'm going to draw that parallel to Amazon. I'm going to draw that parallel to Target's website. I'm going to draw that parallel to Starbucks app. Do you feel when you are shopping Amazon that you have left Amazon when you decide to explore a particular product a bit more, or when you decide to go ahead and purchase that product? No, it's all in one space. It's seamless, and honestly, it's personalized. I get suggestions based on what I purchased before. I get opportunities to turn this purchase into a regular recurring thing because of my past purchases. Amazon is learning what it is that I want, what my shopping habits are. But even if it doesn't know, even if this is something brand new, it still makes it exceptionally easy for me to learn more, to buy, and to get gratified as quickly as possible. Again, we don't do anything that takes 24 hours. It's usually anywhere between 3 and 24 months, right? But the expectation of that seamless and intuitive and personalized experience is still the same. No one wants to feel like once they've met you, they've got to go somewhere else to, for documentation, for electronic signature, for online payment processing. And then if you are collaborating with your client, or if you are communicating with your client, to have to go to different places in order to accomplish that. It's a headache. It's a huge pain when you've got 6 or 7 or 8 different applications that you have to engage with in order to manage one client. And no one's managing just one client. Everybody's managing half a dozen, 2 dozen, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of leads. So to be able to streamline that not only benefits your business by creating more efficiencies, but it also benefits the experience that your client is having.
Okay, so quite a few questions coming in. So somebody actually made a quick comparison. So it's almost like a combination of Pinterest with respect to picture inspiration and then wedding wire merge. So it becomes like our guy.
You could say that. Yeah, you could say that we're basically taking, and we've never approached the industry. We've never approached building the product that we do from us or. It's not all or nothing. We've never intended to be that. What we want is to be us, and we understand that you need to have email marketing, you need to have bookkeeping, you need to have marketing in general. We are never going to be something that can essentially cover every base that the knot and wedding wire and green wedding shoes and wedding chicks can cover, in all of these blogs and these other these local and regional advertising opportunities. You need to market your website, your social channels. However, what we want to build for is the opportunity that you can create to not only be able to simplify and streamline your workflows from the day you meet your client to the day that you deliver against their event, and then even beyond, to be able to bring that all into one space, but then to also be able to connect the work that you're doing within Aisle Planner to those other platforms that you're using. We're integrated with a middleware software called Zapier, where you can create actions or actions in these other platforms that are triggered by actions that happen in Aisle Planner. and then ultimately be able to work with your team and your vendor partners and specifically your clients to ensure that what it is that they want, what it is that they're communicating with you from the day you first start talking about the project or the event to the day that you actually deliver it, that you're on the same page, that you're in sync, and that they have a place that they can go to confirm that. And there's no better way to build trust and confidence in a client doing business with you than for them to actually see it happening.
Okay, so somebody asked, creating timelines. Yes, you can create timelines inside our planner. You can create the mood board inside our planner. You can do seating chart inside our planner, and you can also draw a floor plan inside our planner. So I answered those for you.
Yeah, we again, I wanted to really drill down on the points of differentiation because by comparison, there are a lot of things that we do that other platforms do. We do it all in one space. And we do it with the opportunity to be able to work with your teams and your vendor partners and your clients in that space from a planning and project management perspective, and also even on the lead management and booking side, for you to be able to organize that in such a way and in one place that it makes that part of your business simpler so that you can focus on the details of project management.
Okay, so you see, Trevor just showed a screen of a seating chart, but I want to go back to this particular question because it's important that they know. So if our planner has its own marketing place or advertising area, like what you mentioned, right? So so that leads can actually contact you directly on our guide. Is there an additional cost to advertise on our guide? No, right?
Every account, no matter all of our plans, our subscriptions are based on project count. Every plan comes with unlimited leads, unlimited seats for users, for your team, and then you are billed based on the number of active projects that you're currently working on. But every account comes with a basic listing in the aisle guide.
Okay. So somebody asked a question. If our planner has the timeline tool, you know, there's a company called Timeline Genius. They just specialize in timeline. Does that mean that I don't need to get Timeline Genius? Do you do exactly what Timeline Genius does?
What we provide for it, we don't provide timeline templates that you can import into your account. However, you can build timeline templates within Aisle Planner. All of your templates, which cover every aspect of your booking and your planning and project management processes, we have the ability to build those out. So you can build out timelines for every aspect of any kind of event or project, and then populate your projects with those timelines. So if you do destination work and there's typically about a week's worth of events that are occurring, and you've got different timelines for welcome events, the ceremony and the reception, the brunch the next day, maybe offsite photo shoots, you can build those timelines and then populate that project with all of those timelines into without having to recreate them every single time you spin up a project.
Yeah. So Timeline Genius is a little bit different. So attention to this planner. So I want you to understand our planner is very comprehensive, but for a company who only focus on doing one thing, like Timeline Genius, they go all in providing to facilitate you doing timelines. They will have a lot more bells and whistles, okay? Compared to our planner, who is a comprehensive platform. That's what Trevor said. Trevor said that we are able to build out your timeline. Timeline Genius is a little bit different because it has a text messaging purposes that you can actually text out updates. There's already a pre-formatted template for you to create your timeline. So you're not creating your timeline for each project. They already pre-populate everything for you, so you just have to make the change. Whereas our planner gives you the possibility to create your timeline, but the functionality is a little different. Which one is more superior? It all depends on how you work. Okay.
Absolutely.
Some people like for me, I like to do everything by myself. So Some other people say, no, give me a template and I'll just make changes. So it all depends on how you work. It does not say that, no, and correct me if I'm wrong, Trevor, I'm not going to say that if you use our planner, you don't use anything else. No, it has a lot of tools.
Absolutely.
But if you want to supercharge on one particular area, then it's best to go with the company that only specializes in that area. But as a planner, we need everything. Okay, can you imagine if you go with 10 different companies doing that one thing? No. So here we are with a platform that's able to do 75%, okay, or sometimes some of the things 100% of almost everything that you need. So approach it in that perspective. Did I explain it well?
Yeah, absolutely. And we love Eddie. We love what Timeline Genius is doing. They have taken a very particular and a very important aspect of events and project management, and they've really focused in on it and created a fantastic platform that is focused primarily on that one thing. To the point that you just made, it is not intended to be comprehensive. It is not intended to cover all of those bases. Very much like All Seated and Social Tables and now Mary address layouts and table design, tablescapes. That they have focused on those on that particular aspect of an event to create opportunities for full floor plan design, 3-dimensional walkthroughs, to really be able to drill down on what that experience is going to look and feel like. What we have recognized, I'm going to turn this. What we have recognized is that Aisle Planner is.
All right, Trevor, I just lost you on Instagram. Okay.
Oh, apologies, sorry. What we have realized is that ultimately, at the end of the day, that Aisle Planner is focused on providing those key focuses, those key pieces, and we've built to the level that most professionals in our space engage with. It's not far-fetched to believe that from the standpoint of project management and efficiency, for the effect of being able to understand what a floor plan is going to look like, that for the most part, those additional functions that All Seated and Social Tables have created, which are very useful for particular professions, are not generally engaged with at all times by weddings and private events professionals. So what we've done is we've created a tool that essentially gets the job done for the majority of all professionals. Same with the seating, same with the design studio, and same with the timeline. And by bringing all of these things into the one space, and by making these tools talk to each other, where you may not necessarily have the opportunity to actually align your seating chart with your layout in All Seated or Social Tables if you're doing those things on two separate platforms.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. We're going to wrap this up. So do you have any more slides to show? I think we're pretty good. I think we cover almost everything.
Well, I'm going to say that we didn't cover almost everything, but we definitely focused on what it is that makes Aisle Planner special, that what makes Aisle Planner stand out. And again, it really comes down to how pros are using technology to not only manage their businesses, but to also provide that client that client experience ultimately. And this pandemic, if it did anything besides remind us that we are all human, we are all connected, we are all responsible for each other's experiences, and that even though there may be a long pause, this long pause was representative of any type of disruption in a normal workflow, in a normal process. It could be a military deployment, it could be a relocation, it could be a family emergency. But at the end of the day, you are still responsible for the client experience, even when you are smooth sailing through a 3-month day of or 6-month day of coordination and management gig that you may have. There's still a client experience related to the work that you're doing. And we are building towards providing a system that really enhances and helps to deliver the greatest possible client experience you can have.
Thank you. So one last question before I let you go. So since there's so many platforms up there, Honeybook, Dubsado, and Our Planner, I'm just going to say these three. So if you are, tell me a little bit about what kind of planner at what level in their skills and business should they be considering using Our Planner?
You know what? I'm going to answer that question with a question that the professionals need to ask themselves. How much are you willing to invest to ensure that you get the greatest value out of your subscription? Aisle Planner, we typically see, and I'm not going to say this is our ideal customer, but I'm going to say that we typically see planners and professionals who are maybe 1 to 3 years into their business, and they have grown and they are committed to this business. This is not a side hustle. This is their dedicated profession. They want to make a career out of this, but they have reached the limit of what the tools that they're using can do in providing a great, trustworthy, confident client experience. They are their lead management is disheveled because they may be doing parts of it in Google or Excel. They may be using certain tools a la carte for electronic signature or online payment processing or documentation. And they just feel like they are reaching their disorganization critical mass. And so they are looking for a system that can help them to bring everything into one place and then ultimately be able to work with their teams, work with their vendor partners, and work with their clients to not only simplify their businesses, streamline their workflows, but to also ensure that everybody who is involved, every stakeholder, is both connected and having that top level experience doing so.
Thank you so much. This has been a great presentation. I think this is like pretty comprehensive in terms from my perspective. We talk about our guide, how it can help you for your business, how from the client experience, client as in the engaged couples, and from a planner experience, and how you differentiate yourself among your competitors and the direction you're going. So for me, this is, you hit it out of the park. So I'm sorry that we didn't have a chance to go through all your slides, but hey, listen, we rather listen to you talk than to read the slides. So, so thank you so much for giving us your time.
Absolutely.
So for all of you, if this is something that you like to try, Travels, is offering, and Our Planner is actually offering is it 30 days trial, right? So
it's a 30-day free trial. Yep.
30 days trial, and I also have a affiliate link that you get. How many percent? I don't even remember.
25.
Yeah,
25% off your first 3 months.
Yeah, correct. 25% discount for the first 3 months after you sign up for your subscription. All right. So we can contact your concierge, or I will drop the link inside our Facebook group. So check it out. It's a super powerful tool, and that's why I wanted Travel to explain what type of, at what level in your business to understand, to really fully capitalize on this very powerful platform. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Trevor.
Absolutely. Thanks.
I appreciate you. We appreciate you. So have a great rest of your week and Memorial Day weekend. I will see you and talk to you soon. All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Thank you. So I hope that has been a great presentation for all of you. This is, again, Our Planner is a very powerful tool. And I'm seeing some remarks here on Instagram as well that some of our followers are using it. And I also have members in our paid mentorship program who are using it as well. And some free members in our Facebook group is using it too. So understand, give it a shot, try it out. Some platform works better for others, regardless which level of business you are in. All right. So I will always say, try out, see whether it's intuitive to you. If it's not, then try another platform, right? If it's intuitive to you, then continue with it. So my goal here is to bring you all the resources inside my Facebook group so that you can become the unstoppable entrepreneur that you're meant to be. And it starts from how you market yourself and how you organize your workflow and your client experience. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of the Wednesday. I shall see you next week, and we'll be talking about consistency. So it's a great topic. So don't miss out next Wednesday. Have a safe Memorial Day weekend, everybody. All right, bye.